Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Morning Coffee. And I hope you guys have your morning coffee locked and loaded, ready to go, because we have some very interesting theories this time. And that is, can Bitcoin still do a 15x from here? And the difference between can and will it do a 15x from here. And we are also going to talk about Disney that has filed a new patent for NFT royalty distribution. And we are obviously, as always, going to look at Bitcoin, the charts, and Veve, and this time also the Veve market again. So, if you're watching this live stream afterwards and not live anymore, then check out the section, the comment or the text section below to find your favorite topics, to find the timestamps here. And all of that, what we said right now, we are going to see right after the intro. So, morning, everyone. It is a good day. After many days it rained outside, so the temperature is lowering a little bit. Above 30 degrees is definitely too hot for a long time, especially if you have to sit in an office. Okay, but let's start here. And I want to quickly do my housekeeping here. So, guys, make sure to do your own research when we are talking about all of this stuff. Make sure to do not take anything that... And I want to quickly thank each and every one of you who is subscribed. Many people have subscribed yesterday. I like that. And also, I want to thank each and every one of you here, of my rare hodlers, for supporting this journey in this special way. But the free way of supporting me is that you smash the like button right now. Thanks for the like. So really appreciate that. That helps the channel a ton and is absolutely free. But let's jump right in. Guys, make sure that you check out my channel. The latest video is about VeChain. It's an outside crypto video. If you haven't seen that yet, make sure to check it out. For VeChain, and we have Smarty Pants and Moti Lee in the chat. Good morning to you guys. Let's go. Yeah, let's go and jump right into the topic. So, can Bitcoin do a 15x? And the answer is yes, it can. It could. With this institutional adoption, over the time, not in 1 year, but over the time, it is very likely that it gets the trillions that it needs to grow there. So we are roughly at a market cap of 1 trillion at the moment. But according to this, if it would only get 0.5% of pension funds in the US, we're not even talking about all pension funds in the world. Just in the US, it would already be at 15 trillion. Now, let's see how likely that is. So, in the quest for financial security and long-term stability, American citizens have traditionally turned to a well-balanced allocation of retirement funds in blue-chip stocks, investment-grade bonds, real estate, and gold. Gold. You keep that in mind, gold, among other assets. This strategic approach... Sorry, but I really needed that sip of coffee. Allows individuals to maintain a steady rate of return and hedge against the impacts of inflation. While the world of investments has seen the rapid rise of cryptocurrencies in recent years, these digital assets, and that's the better term, digital asset, have yet to go against significant traction as preferred retirement allocation assets. So, okay. Currently, there is around 60 trillion in US pension funds and 250 trillion in private retirement savings. an investor and popular Twitter user Adam Cochran said in June 22. So that is what this guy said. It is more or less this number. And you have to see this number also will increase with inflation, obviously. And also the private retirement savings will turn into investments the moment that these people discover that their private retirement savings are losing hard in value whenever the Fed is printing money, although some will never understand. Okay, but let's get to this. This is super interesting. Of those funds, 3% are allocated in gold and an additional 20% into alternative assets. If just 0.5% of that 23% were allocated to crypto, only 0.5%, so a little bit more conservative estimate, the market would experience roughly 15x growth, so this expert says. And here we see it, how all of this, due to inflation also, developed from 1947, which is almost where the depegging of the gold standard was in the US, so the devaluation of the dollar went really rampant. So we see it here. We have annuities, federal defined benefit plans, that is what we have here in yellow, state, local government defined benefit plans, private sector defined plans. So we see also this goes until 22 and has this downturn that we had in the markets in 22. Private sector defined benefit plans, defined contribution plans, and individual retirement accounts. So we see the individuals and the defined contribution plans are the biggest share of the market, and all of them more or less took a hit in 2022. But the question is, if all of this goes 0.5% from all of this would be allocated in crypto due to the spot ETFs and the filings that we have from Blackrock, Citadel, Charles Schwab, Fidelity, Valkyrie, and some others, as we see, basically this domino effect is continuing, and also before ARK Invest had fired. So there are a lot of investments, a lot of ETF providers that are filing for using direct Bitcoin. So whenever a share is purchased in whatever of these, if it's direct Bitcoin, they have to go to the market and purchase that equivalent value of Bitcoin at that moment. So it is very likely that other ETFs are going to include Bitcoin in a spot way. So for example, right now they want to file for 100% true ETFs, but you could also then afterwards include Bitcoin into those ETFs, into other ETFs, into mixed ETFs, right? Even the MSCI worlds of this, they could set up crypto ETFs, they could set up mixed asset, risk asset, and so on ETFs. So there will, in a passive manner, a lot of money will come into that. Now, that 15x, let's say, we would say, let's put it at less than 0.5%. Still, we would have to see that in the entire world, there are only a couple of spot Bitcoin ETFs at the moment. For example, in Canada, you can invest into a Bitcoin spot ETF. But the rest of the world still has to, I think in Australia as well, but the rest of the world still has to get into this means of investing. And yeah, that's what is happening right now, because we need to see if the spot ETF is really being approved from BlackRock and all the others. I think we will have a very wild ride in front of us. So that is how Bitcoin and crypto in general could 15x over the time, just by these 15 trillion more or less coming in, bringing the market cap from now from 1 trillion to 15 trillion. Now, what would that mean for Bitcoin? That would put Bitcoin and many altcoins way ahead of their all-time highs. So for Bitcoin, that would mean it would shoot past 300,000, right? So let's look at a little bit at the news here. Credit Agricole's Cassis, that is from France, gains crypto custody regulation in France. The traditional finance giant has been rumored to seek the status for years. So it's happening all at once, as it seems. The asset service arm of banking giant Credit Agricole and Santander, which we will see in a second, has been registered by French regulators to provide crypto custody services. So we are not going to read all of this, but just that you see. Also in France, right now, there is this push. So we could say that there is a FOMO of institutions to push into Bitcoin and to offer that now to customers. And it seems that, I don't know why they are so eager to do this all at the same time, but I believe that with Blackrock in the US making that move, more or less the others are forced to do that if they do not want to leave shares to other companies, and if they want to stay the leader in the space in these other countries. So also in these other countries, it's not about, hey, this Cassis and Santander, they're not from the US. If they want to stay ahead in their country, they need to make an innovative move, and that's what they are doing right now. Spain's 57 billion banking giant Santander educates investors on Bitcoin. Although Santander was a bit skeptical about cryptocurrency sector in 2022, leading it to limit Bitcoin payments, the Spanish banking giant seems to have drastically changed its tune, coinciding with a wave of applications for a spot Bitcoin exchange traded fund by major financial asset management. As it happens, Santander has recently started a Digital Asset 101 educational series on its website, breaking down the fundamentals, benefits, and implications of this transformative technology. So also Santander first setting the tune to that, because they cannot, after limiting Bitcoin payments and so on, they cannot just come back and just do it all. They have to first change the tune to their own customers, right? That is at least what I believe is happening. So Santander and this French market leader going into it. Then, guys, do you hear it? If you listen very closely, you can hear the Bitcoin bears crying in the background. Anyways, 100 million Bitcoin positions liquidated in most painful session for bears in months. I don't know why you would short this at all. I mean, it was relatively clear. I mean, it was even clear in the chart pattern that if this flag that we have observed breaks to the upside, we would rally hard. But anyways, there are some bears still in the market that are really, really convinced that Bitcoin is going down to 3,000. And now, I don't know, they are opening, they are opening shorts left and right. Now, Binance is also making a move against the SEC. Binance accuses the SEC of misleading the public amid ongoing lawsuit. That was relatively new at the time that I opened the article, so I opened this one here, NFT now. Binance US, they are basically saying there's no compelling evidence. The filings argued that the SEC's assertion made on June 17th, as detailed in a press release, were misleading and called for the financial watchdog to adhere to the applicable rules of conduct. The filing specifically referred to, let's get this bigger for you to read with me, to SEC Enforcement Director Gerber Gruel's claims that CZ and Binance could commingle customer assets or divert customer assets as they please, and send an order requiring all parties involved in a lawsuit to return to the United States. So they are saying it's absolutely not true. they are saying that the SEC is out of their what they should be. By the way, guys, if you like this stuff, please smash up the like button, smash the like to help this channel to get this live stream out there more. Binance representatives fought back in June 21, stating that the SEC has no evidence that Binance US customer assets have been dissipated, commingled, or misused in any way. So they are very confident in their position there. The filing further argued that the SEC's press release seemed designed to introduce unwarranted confusion into the marketplace, which could have the effect of harming Binance US customers rather than protecting them. It also risks tainting the jury pool with misleading descriptions of the evidence concerning the defendants. And I want to stop the article right here because I think we have seen enough. And we also know that probably even Binance has a case here against the SEC because, I mean, the SEC slapped Binance with 13 different lawsuits, slapped Coinbase with several different lawsuits, slapped other exchanges, slapped crypto projects with other lawsuits. And right after, Blackrock and the others are filing for spot ETFs right after they are launching their own non-custodial EDX exchange, these big institutions that are already suspected to have the SEC on their side. And obviously, Binance has a point here. If they really did not commingle user funds, that would allow Binance to probably reopen and come back, and that would even further increase confidence into crypto, into Bitcoin, and that's why we are at 30,000 right now. So let's look at the on-chain value map here quickly. This is from the Rational Root. Pretty good content with regards to very long-term cycles. So if we look at the entire history of Bitcoin, we get these lower and upper bands of this on-chain value map that have us bouncing between bull and bear cycles. And where we are right now is we just found support on this undervalued band. So the heavy undervalued phase is over, for now at least, if we don't come back retesting it or something like that. But we are right now in the undervalue and fair, heading to a fair value, but we are in the undervalued stage still. So that is the blue band. And there is an overvalued phase, and so for me this means, for example, my Bitcoin savings plan that I have, so I buy Bitcoin every week. I would probably stop it the moment that we are going out of the fair value band and just let what I have ride. So that I don't DCA into the very high parts. That is at least my strategy. Justin says, bought Moromi. Okay, congratulations. We will look at Ecomi in a second as well. Now let's look at the market. Last hour, a little bit green. VeChain, 1.8%. On the day, we are a little bit correcting on the altcoins. VeChain 8%, I see, and you cannot see. So for this, I will get out of the picture so you can see everything. So VeChain 7% here. On the week, we are still heavily green, with Pepe leading the chart. Absolutely wild, because you should mean that people are putting their money in real projects, but no, it's still meme coin season. On the month, but this is something to keep in mind. On the month, we are heavily down on most of the altcoins. We are up on the month on Bitcoin, 10%, but most of the altcoins get hammered. Let's look also at the top 200, see where Ecomi is around. Ecomi should be green, but maybe not on the month. There we go. Down there in the corner, that's Ecomi. We are up, I don't know, this must be like, yeah, here we are, 1.3% on the month. So we are up on the entire month now. We are up 9.3% on the week for Ecomi. We are up 5.4% up on Ecomi right now, and 0.1% on the hour. Okay, let's get to Bitcoin. So, where are we right now? Let's refresh once more, just so we are here on the same page, everyone. Okay, so what do we have here? We had our breakout, we discussed it yesterday, and now we are getting rejected here, and maybe we can even go to 4-hourly, something that I usually don't do, and just see how the movement is. And we see we are flagging out here pretty decent, moving sideways, and we are at our resistance zone. So this is not clear cut. This line is just our massive support line when it's broken, but this all is a resistance zone. So here we might be having some trouble unless we get some news that are really bullish, like a approved spot Bitcoin or so. Unless we get that, we could be flagging and then pump again. I think that is reasonable to expect. But for now, I think we have a sideways movement. I hope that we can break this sooner than later to pump. I think then our bigger picture is still into play, right? So just keeping track of that, we are slightly green. We are above 30,000, so we are holding that support for now, and we are heavily working that overhead resistance. Now keep in mind that whenever you hit something like that several times, it gets weaker. So we have 1, 2, and 3 hits here, but on the daily, NFT Hero says, I like these crypto bubbles. Yeah, they're really good to get an overview about what is going on in the market, in my opinion, in the different time frames, also with market cap development and so on. So our bigger picture, just to cut a long story short, is this massive cup and handle pattern that is basically going on since May 22, we could say. It's still in play, although this handle looks a bit deformed, but it could be July before we have the next massive rally. That at least could be happening. Energy says he's still waiting for 0.0004 OMI, patiently waiting for that 0004. We will see if it happens. We will see. Let's look at the dollar value here. Also refreshing, I learned that TradingView cannot do all functionalities before that. But what we see is actually the dollar is once more green. So yeah, that is why Bitcoin is stalling at the moment at the sideways movement. And we will see some people moving into the dollar at the moment. Overall, we are still valid in our lower high trajectory for the dollar, and we are confident that we can break to the outside downside long term, right? That is at least what I am expecting here. PH will get to 3 million OMI. Yes, I think so. Maybe 4. Who knows? We will see. But if I, by the way, I will be shooting an Ecomi video probably today, because I got called out by Jordan yesterday on the Jordan Reese channel in his newest video, why I am heavier in Veve Comics and Veve Collectibles than in OMI, and I want to explain and to give some general thoughts. But with that said, let's look at Ecomi, and after that we are going to look at what is happening with Disney and the NFTs. But look at that. So This, I mean, we had this bear flag drawn until here, and I just drew this trend line here out, so we see what's happening. And look at that, we are getting rejected here. So this apparently became new overhead resistance to break somewhere here. Whoa. Okay. Why isn't it? Okay. I did not learn and need to refresh that page apparently. Sorry about that, guys. But we are looking at OMI here, and now I have this line that I wanted to draw, but not like this. Okay. So yeah, seems like there is some resistance in here. We are not leaving this line in here, but somewhere here at these confluence points, there is some resistance happening. So just that you see that, so there must be some selling going on right in this. Maybe we can also draw this in from, where is the box? Where's the box symbol? There we go. Somewhere here seems to be a sell order that has been moved down from above here. We see all these long wicks. And in general, in my opinion, 2 times the price has been shooting exactly into these 0006599, and then it got dumped away. Now it's forming a nice little shooting star. I think, I believe we are dropping from here. There's no reason for me to believe that this is the end of OMI going down and this is the bottom. Just because of the stochastic RSI implying that probably we are going lower or have a momentum change. There's no volume, so there's literally no. It's not like this pump has come out of a massive green volume candle like this counter pump here. So for example, you see this big green candle. So I am cautious here with this because it didn't take out the previous small high, and it certainly didn't get back above the 0007. And so I'm looking at more downside here. But if we come back down and we come back down to 000558 and we cannot hold it, and we come back down to these levels, then I think it's time for me to purchase a little bit more, where we have this long wick going to. So here was a lot of buying power, as we can see on this wick. But yeah, overall, you see this in the long term. There is no volume. There is no volume here, down here. So here, this was looking like the volume is coming back. This was looking like it could have been the bottom, but even that was not the bottom. So also look at the RSI. The RSI is also, it's not oversold, so there's room for a little bit more pump. But yeah, overall, I don't know. Let's look at the weekly because we didn't do it. So this is the contrasting scenario, and we have to see this also. The weekly is the exact opposite. So the weekly is very low in RSI. The stochastic RSI is just coming up, so there is room for a relief rally. But if you look on the weekly, you have to admit that the trend is like this, right? The trend is still down. So I would expect, even if this is the bottom, then this should look something like this, like curving out and implying the bottom at least a little bit. So there should be, yeah, some uptrend that brings us above a critical line. And for me, this line is this yellow line here. So yeah, that is for me it for Ecomi. Oops. I just want to draw one thing with you guys, and that is the line. Let's get into the daily. 4 hourly is really, if you look on the 4 hourly, it's always difficult. I don't know why this doesn't load now. Man, this is just annoying. Now it loaded, but this bugs out several times. It's just okay. So I will draw this a little bit longer here, so this would be if we were to pump above this, then I would get more OMI, even though it's above this, right? Yeah, I killed it. But I want for me to say, okay, there might be a possibility that the bottom is in. We need to come at least. This is the absolutely at least point above 0007. That is for me the point where I would say, okay, this looks like a reversal. But right now, it can't get even past this previous little high within the bear flag, so I'm not there yet. Okay, so let's look at what Disney is up to. So we have this thread here from Aeronaut, and I want to go through this with you guys because Disney is about to change the way we think about NFTs. Patent application, US, and so on, that was published on the 6th of April, basically, gives insight into how Disney plans to operate the NFT platform with respect to royalties. Have to go, says Energy. Work is calling. See you. Energy, thank you for being here. See you next days. And also check out my video when I upload it on Omi. Anyways. So this is so it gives insight into how Disney plans to operate the NFT platform with respect to royalties. So they want to file a patent for royalty distribution, which I'm already skeptical about if you can do that. So basically, there is, as you can see here, it's about the present owner, a smart contract. Then the new owner, we have here the creator, the NFT platform that get royalties. And then we have Maven owner. So the present owner would be the one that buys it on secondary market. The smart contract would execute all of these royalties. And then there is a Maven owner, which is the origin owner from the drop, or from even a previous owner. So this Maven owner is supposed to gain distribution royalties, while the previous owner, so the previous owner is the one that gets it from drop, the Maven owner gets distribution royalties, and the previous owner wants distribute other previous owner royalties. So we will see in the text how it really is, and then come back to this. It's a little bit complicated, but it's basically a classical pyramid scheme that they want to patent there. So let's look at this. So first of all, the background art states that conventional NFT market platforms pay out a share of NFT sales transactions to the platform itself as a maintenance fee and may pay out share to the creator as a royalty fee. That's the state that we are in right now. So when a Disney NFT, for example, the one-of-one NFT is sold, then the creator of that one, the artist, gets a royalty fee, the licensor gets a royalty fee, and then also Veve gets a royalty fee. That's the state of the art. And then on the resales, on the secondary market fees go to the licensor and to Veve. And sometimes there are even royalty fees that go to the original creator or artist of an NFT. But they say now the seller of the NFT receives the remainder of sales funds and loses ownership of the NFT. That's how it is right now. The NFT is then removed from the digital wallet belonging to the seller, who receives no ongoing value for being an early adopter of the NFT. And that's what they really want to achieve. They want that, so Disney wants that an early investor is going to benefit of being early. So that is what they try to do with their platform. This state of affairs tends to encourage NFT owners to act as collectors, to display their own NFTs in a gallery in order to showcase their collection, but provides no incentive other than receipt of a sale price for transferring ownership of an NFT to another collector. Result: the present solution rewards previous ownership of a right to an NFT by distributing royalties to some or all previous owners of the right to the NFT when that right is sold or otherwise transferred by its present owner. So basically, the earlier you are in the chain of the NFT, the more you are benefiting from the secondary market sales, according to this. Mac Keats, I will just respond that question after this thread. Again, it seems that that if you are the previous owner, you get royalties. Maven royalties do not reach here. Okay. So we try to understand that, but what I understand is from the text, although this graphic is not really really clear, is that you are getting royalties if you are the first to have it and then sell it. So you are basically incentivized to sell as a collectible in order to benefit off of it after holding it for a while. And you are also basically incentivized to participate in the early drops because you can make money from it. So the present solution encourages owners to discover new NFTs, NFT creators, by rewarding the original acquirer of that right, i.e. first entity to which a right to a newly minted NFT is conveyed. So yes, that's exactly what they say. XR Marty says, when do you plan doing a VeChain analysis? If you want to have this, then like technical analysis, then I can implement it into the morning streams for VeChain as well. Other than that, I have just uploaded a VeChain video, I think it was 2 days ago, about the analysis of the market. But if you guys want to have overall like a chart analysis video for VeChain, then we can get this done as well. Let me know, XR Marty, what you have in mind as an analysis video, because we can be coming from a fundamental standpoint, but we can also be, which I did in 2 days ago, or more from a TA standpoint. But we can look quickly at VeChain as well in the morning streams. Another advantageous aspect of the present concepts is recognition of prior ownership as well as the present ownership of NFTs by providing one more user interface. So let's get back to this. We have NFT delivery is going from the present owner to the new owner and via smart contract. The creator royalty is going from the smart contract to the creator from that sale price. The distribution platform royalty is going to the NFT platform, and the distribution of the Maven owner royalty is going to the Maven owner. And then there's also now I understand. The from each sale, so you always have previous owner, new owner, previous owner, new owner, and always these streams are happening. So whenever there is a new owner, so this owner now sells to another owner, the previous owner gets a royalty, and the Maven owner, who is in fact the first owner, always gets a royalty. So that incentivizes to own. Basically, if you would do this on Veve, this would make every drop sell out, because all of the flippers would buy the drop just to benefit off of the next trade. So everyone would purchase from drop. So that is what Disney tries to patent, and I'm not sure that they will, but they will heavily benefit flippers from that. So also Mac Keats asked, how do you feel about XRP? I think I have a little bit of XRP in my portfolio just because of the lawsuit. If they win the lawsuit, I think that XRP will go crazy. So I have a little bit of XRP. I'm rooting heavily for XRP to win this lawsuit, although I think the SEC did severe damage to the project with the lawsuit and dragging out the lawsuit so long that I'm not quite sure if XRP will win in the long term. So certainly I will sell my XRP once it has pumped hard in the next bull run. But for now I will hold my XRP and see where it's going. But for me that's certainly an investment, and I'm not really, let's say, I'm not emotionally invested in the project. Then also, this is part of the filing, and this is very interesting for every one of you who has a partner statue. Disney location-based NFT patent was published. A request for NFT based on the presence of a user in venue. Does this NFT look familiar? Probably nothing. They say it looks like it looks like a partner statue, right? To be fair, the partner statue is one of the most known symbols of Disney. It's in front of every Disneyland, so not necessarily they are talking about Veve here. But imagine you are a holder of a partner statue or Dr. Profit of 300 partner statues. Imagine you would gain royalties until the end of your life, or royalties until the end of your life, just by bringing them out into the market. You would basically have a massive passive income just by whenever these are reselling, right? So yeah, if there would be interoperability between Veve and the Disney platform, then it would be interesting. If you go back, Brock McBlockchain says here, if you go back and listen to the interviews around when Disney was first announced, the words used about what the license covered was pretty interesting. He unfortunately doesn't let us know, I think, what they said. But yeah, we need to check that out. Then we also have a new Veve drop announced from DC. So also DC is still active. That's the drop. It looks like Thanos that went wrong, but the laser animation is okay, I think. But I don't know about you guys, but how do you feel about this Darkseid drop? So it says here, one of the most featured and formidable foes in the DC official universe, Darkseid is here to rule your showroom. My showroom is ruled by Thanos, so not going for Darkseid. But yeah, this premium animated digital collectible drops in waitlist drop format on Sunday. So yeah, for all DC fans, maybe a must go to. But I will skip this one. Very likely. Depends on the price, but I think the price will be relatively high for this collectible. As we can see, Kobe Collects, for example, says Darkseid is a new favorite of mine. Excited for this. So there are people that are excited for that. Let's check out what else Captain Veve in Canada retweeted. What Veve retweeted here. Veve logos from France. Yeah, that's basically it. That's the drop. So guys, make sure to smash up the like button once more if you haven't yet, to support the stream. That's it for today. We have been talking about Bitcoin going 15x. We have been talking about the overall market. We have been talking about the OMI price action. We have been talking about the Veve, the Disney NFT royalties that they try to patent. So overall, I think there are so many good things going on. But guys, it's the freaking Friday, so have yourselves a great weekend once you are done with work today. And I'd say wherever you are on the world, have yourselves a great morning, evening, day, night, or afternoon. Continue to enjoy your coffee if you have one. And I see you in the Ecomi video.